Welcome, my friends and enemies. Glad you are here. I am joined by Elite Inquisitoring Baconator.
Hello, my friend.
How you doing, buddy?
I greet you from the land of the Bacon Nation.
That's when the Bacon Nation attacked.
Where our tanks fire bacon at the enemy, where
With bacon bullets, made of bacon bits.
every meal is bacon. We serve bacon cola, and bacon tea. Your beds are made of bacon.
Basically heart disease on a plate.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are here for the legendary question of the year every year. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now, before I give my thoughts on that, and before Matt gives his thoughts on that, I want you to know explicitly that this is pretty easily settled. It's not really a competition because of all the factors surrounding it, where you should just understand that the results speak for themselves, and it's blatant. The arguments in favor and against speak for themselves. It's not that difficult to comprehend, and if you struggle with this, you might be a little retarded.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna get into
over 800 quadrillion people, and 99.9% agreed with us.
We polled every single dead person that has ever existed. Yeah. Just like
the only people who disagree with us were communist Met fans.
Oh yeah, so if you disagree with us, you are probably a communist. So
and a Mets fan.
Well, okay, yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know. I don't know any Mets fans. But sports ball. So let's dive into this, shall we? So we're going to start with the reasons it's not a Christmas movie, and then we'll end with the reasons it is a Christmas movie, and then we will debate what it is. So, first one. Christmas is just a set dressing. The holiday has zero impact on the plot. Remove the decorations and the story is identical. This is a claim made, right? I would argue that's not necessarily the case, but it's an interesting point. By interesting, I mean it's a terrible point. Don't ever make that point. It's a terrible point. It's a terrible argument on its own. Thoughts on that, Matt, before we move on?
Yes. I would argue that the area that Jesus was born in probably more resembles the set of Die Hard than it does a church.
Although that was in September, not December, but yeah.
It's a place where people travel through, where people they were in the manger, in the barns for an inn. People were eating there and partying, because I was in the ancient world having festivals at that time.
Well, I mean, it was a tax, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, all the people had to be there because of the census.
Yeah, the census.
So people were concentrating in that area.
Yeah, but unfortunately, people don't go to Christmas movies because of, Jesus Christ, Christus. They go because Santa Claus, who ironically was a Christian, so that makes it a whole weird rigmarole roundabout thing. But yeah.
We're talking about Christmas, not Santa Claus.
I know, but Christmas is more correlated in a secular society with Santa Claus than it is with Jesus.
The Nakatomi Tower, right? The Nakatomi Tower was a building put together where a large amount of people can gather, much like an inn, where
just like the Tower of Babel.
Yes.
No, really.
No, not really. but Jesus' family stayed in an inn, which is a place to go gather.
Just like Bruce Willis stayed on the 19th floor of the freaking Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2 reason it's not a Christmas movie. It's rated R for extreme violence, profanity, and gore. Not exactly family Christmas viewing. There's a problem with this. Violent Night and Fat Man exist. Are you familiar with those ones? You probably should be, because I mentioned those to you.
Weren't they trying to kill a bunch of babies when Jesus was born?
Yes. Well, not when he was born, he was 2 years old, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was when he was born. Maybe I'm confusing the story.
It was all 2-year-old boys and under.
Okay. Yeah.
That's because Herod lost his
Yeah.
mind when the wise men showed up. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, the kids were 2 years and under, but it was because Jesus was born. So there was violence when Jesus was born.
Well, yes, but the wise men didn't show up until he was 2.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. Yeah.
And that's when Herod found out that the child was born. And then when they went to them, because they weren't in the manger at the time, they were in a house.
Yeah.
And when they show up to Bethlehem to their house, they then leave a different way because originally Herod had told them go and bring back word where this child is so I can go and worship him too. And then the angel of the Lord came to them and said, don't go that way because he wants to harm the child. So they go a different route to get home, and then that enrages King Herod, and then he basically says, go slaughter these kids that are 2 years old or younger, baby boys specifically. And yeah, so there was violence when he was young, and it was because of his birth. It wasn't necessarily on Christmas though.
But we celebrate Christmas because to honor Jesus' birth.
I mean, so, I'm sure the Romans were killing somebody somewhere at some point, so therefore there was, extreme violence, profanity, and gore. Christmas.
it is more of a reach to say that there was no violence on Jesus' birth than it is to say Christmas is not about.
I mean, there was extreme violence and gore. I can't say there was profanity because popping out a baby is kind of violent, and there's lots of gore. But I don't think there was any profanity except maybe from the donkeys.
Let's get to the next one. Let's get on.
The central themes are terrorism, revenge, corporate greed, and marital estrangement, not peace on earth. I mean, by that logic, Miracle on 34th Street is not a Christmas movie because it's not about peace on earth. It's about Santa.
Well, Bruce Willis is trying to make Earth more peaceful.
Isn't even a Christmas movie by that standard because it's not about peace on earth. It's about comedy and an elf.
I agree with you. But Bruce Willis was trying to make the Earth more peaceful by killing the terrorists.
I mean, by the end of the movie, it was peace on earth.
Yes.
So technically, yes. No one learns the true meaning of Christmas, gives gifts, sings carols, or mentions Jesus. I mean, most people in Christmas movies now don't mention Jesus either, but that's a different reason.
Well, the people who like Bruce Willis,
technically speaking, they did learn the true meaning of Christmas to some extent. If you stretch it out really, really far, they did give gifts because he sent him back the dead body of the terrorist. It was a gift. Yeah. There were carols being sung by the singer, music stuff. I think there might have been a nativity scene, so there was a mention of Jesus, more or less. So it's not entirely true as an argument. Anything to say before we move to the next one, which is really funny? Got anything, Matt?
I just said it. Yeah, I said that they learned the meaning of Christmas when Bruce Willis saved their lives.
Yeah, just like Jesus saves ours. There you go. Yep. Meaning of Christmas. Number 5, the villains are European terrorists, not Scrooge or the Grinch.
Pontius Pilate, anyone?
Jingle All the Way? Where's Scrooge or the Grinch? It's just Sinbad. Ah, goodness. Number 6, Santa Claus never shows up, and the one guy wearing a Santa hat gets murdered. Technically, he wasn't wearing a Santa hat when he got murdered.
Well,
it's put on afterwards.
I think we're talking like different Christmas than like you don't need a Santa hat for Christmas.
Yeah, well, again, these are bad arguments people make, or allegedly good arguments, I guess. I don't know why. Like, if it's all about mentioning Jesus, then I don't know why Santa Claus is mentioned, except for the fact that Santa Claus would probably mention Jesus.
Bruce Willis Christ at one point?
I mean, he says the words JC over and over in a swear term, but yeah. Number 7. It's marketed and classified as an action thriller, not a holiday film. All right, this one we're going to have to go a little bit deeper on because Genre categorization is a funny thing. So if I go, let me pull up a.
I would say all the Highlander sequels are marketed as action films, not as bad comedies they actually are.
So Violent Night, which is about Santa Claus
Yeah.
killing a bunch of terrorists or robbers, whatever you want to call them, bad people, is literally set as an action comedy thriller. When
That's a little Goldberg place,
it's literally Christmas time. He's literally Santa Claus. He's literally responding to a little girl asking for her present for Christmas to be that her family's kept safe, and he goes and mows down a bunch of bad guys.
Is that the little Goldberg place, Santa?
No, this is David Harbour.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if Violent Night 2 is out yet, but and then you got that was really weird. I typed something in. Confirm you're a human being. I'm asking for your IMDb stats. So Fat Man, which is literally about Mel Gibson being Santa Claus, is considered an action-adventure comedy. Both of those are rated R.
Yeah.
Neither of them is rated as a holiday film. They ain't going to make it onto freaking, Hallmark Channel. Let's see. And people who are rating it are all about, yeah. So basically, Fat Man is about a rowdy, unorthodox Santa Claus fighting to save his declining business. Meanwhile, Billy, a neglected and precocious 12-year-old, hires a hitman to kill Santa after receiving a lump of coal in a stocking.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's Mel Gibson, Walton Goggins, and Marianne Jean-Baptiste.
Walter Goggins played Boyd Crowder in Justified.
Yeah, I know who he is. I like him as an actor.
And
he recently said he's never going to play the Fallout games, which is funny.
Yeah. There was a TV show called Six, which is about Navy SEALs, or it's an action show. The first season of which was great. Walter Goggins played the lead.
Well, the caption for Fat Man is Fat Man, 'tis the season to get even.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that sounds like a Christmas jingle.
'Tis the season to get even.
La 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 la
la, motherfucker.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho 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 ho.
Get the halls with German terrorists, bloody hanging by their guts. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Don't forget to push Hans Gruber out.
He'll
have a little fa la 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 la.
Okay,
we gotta stop. It's getting bad. The cheesiness. I can't believe it's not Velveeta.
Nakatomi Towers to eat me bits.
All right. So yeah, I don't think that classifying a film as actually hold on. One that I didn't check.
Oh God. On the first day of Christmas, true love came to me. One Hans Gruber. Falling.
All right, so Jingle All the Way is counted as an adventure comedy family film. It's not even a Christmas film.
Mm-hmm.
But people describe it as a holiday comedy.
It is, yeah.
Wait. So it can be a Christmas movie without literally being labeled a Christmas movie? What?
I think it. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? So I don't think that's a good argument to say, well, it's not classified as a Christmas movie. I'm like, well, yes, but if you have a movie with a single horror scene in it, you don't classify the entire movie as horror. But if you have 90% of the film as horror and you don't classify as horror, does it make it less horror? It just means somebody didn't do a good job classifying it.
Yep.
Number 8. It was released in July 1988. Studios dropped Christmas movies in November, December, not midsummer. Miracle on 34th Street cancels that out.
Yep, that was April or May.
Is April. So I don't think that's a very good argument.
Wasn't that movie with the song that everyone thought was a naughty song? Wasn't that also like a summer Christmas film?
The naughty song? What?
The one where the two people are singing a duet, and everyone, like a couple of years ago, everyone said, "Oh, it's a naughty song." Like they're really talking about having sex on Christmas.
Oh, Christmas in July or something?
I remember the name of the movie or the song. You know, if I knew it, you would. Anyway, so the controversy was there was said modern people were saying, you know, they always looked to sexualize stuff in the past that wasn't. So they saw that the duet this couple did for the movie, and you could interpret some of the lyrics as being like a
Like maybe it's cold outside type of thing?
Yeah, maybe it's cold outside, right? So that's that. There's a movie that goes with that.
People say it's a grape song, and it's because the guy's like, "You should stay here with me," and she's like, "But I have to go." He's like, "No, you should stay here with me." And then she's like, "Okay, I'll stay with you." And I'm like, how's that grape?
Yeah. That being said,
you guys are stupid.
If I recall correctly, the movie that goes with that did not come out at Christmas time.
I don't know when it came out. I never really paid attention to when things were released. Just a matter of when I watched them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Number 9. John McClane never once says Merry Christmas. He says Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer, instead. He does say ho ho ho, but okay. He doesn't verbally say it, but he does say it in writing.
Say yeah. Sorry, I missed it. Someone was in the.
Oh, I said John McClane never once says Merry Christmas. He says Yippee-ki-yay.
What was number 9? That's what I missed.
That's what I'm talking about. John McClane never says Merry Christmas. He says Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer, instead.
He does mention Christmas, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, the entire theme's around Christmas.
He mentions, like, come and see me on Christmas, John, or something like that. Like, his whole reason for going there, his whole reason to be there is to celebrate Christmas with his family. That's his whole reason to be in
his estranged wife specifically, but yes.
Yeah, well, his estranged wife and his children.
Yeah, his daughter.
His children are, like, not in the building. They're there, though.
They're in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 10. If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Lethal Weapon, Gremlins, and Batman Returns are too, and at which point the label becomes meaningless.
They are Christmas movies.
I don't remember Christmas in Batman Returns, but maybe I'm just retarded. Or I haven't watched it in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a while either, but there's...
I never watched Gremlins, but I heard that it takes place over Christmas. So.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I mean...
Gremlins. I will give you an anecdote about Gremlins for your show. So, my uncle and my aunt took me to the movie theater to see Gremlins. I was 7 years old or something like that.
Oh, no.
And my uncle and I had very dark senses of humor. Okay. So we're in, you've never seen Gremlins, so until you watch it, they're going to make much sense to you. But to the audience who's seen it, they'll know. So we're sitting in the middle of the movie theater eating our food. And like the premise of Gremlins is a little thing called a Mogwai, which is like really cute. You know, like a really cute kids thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mogwai become gremlins when you feed them after midnight, basically.
What's the one where like, you get them wet and they turn into things?
Same thing.
It's gremlins.
If you make them wet, they multiply. If you feed them after midnight, they turn into gremlins. Yeah. So anyway, so the gremlins are going after Gizmo, the original Mogwai. They want to kill him. So they're doing all sorts of horrible things.
The gremlins are trying to kill the original gremlin?
No. Mogwai are like a cute, cuddly, friendly thing. When you feed a Mogwai after midnight, they turn into gremlins.
So basically, well, how does that work? Any day you feed somebody after midnight
alien. They're from another planet.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying that doesn't make sense because it's like if you feed them after midnight, well, when can you just never feed them again?
It's one of those movie logic things.
Because 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. the next day is technically after midnight.
Yeah. You just have to go with it. It's like pro wrestling or stage magic. You just got to go with it. Anyway,
Or I don't.
yeah. So poor little Gizmo the Mogwai, the hero of the film, is being tortured by the gremlins, and everyone's going, "Oh my god!" My uncle and I are laughing so hard. Everyone's giving us like dirty looks, like the looks Naruto got in the village from villagers, like that level of hate for us. They're all staring us down and throwing shit at us.
So, is he trying to kill the gremlins without becoming a gremlin?
Eventually, he and the human hero of the film, they team up and they fight against the gremlins. So okay, I'll give you the
So this is
rundown
kind of
of
like
the
a
movie.
reverse Chucky thing.
So he kind of, and so the Billy's dad goes to an old Chinese guy who's been Gizmo's guardian for like 100 years, right? His nephew is running the store that day, so he sells him Gizmo, who's one of the only 3 Mogwai on the earth. Okay, um, and Billy and his dad don't know the rules, even though he tells the kid. The kid tells him the rules, like don't feed them after midnight, don't get them wet, and don't expose them to sunlight. Right?
What happens if they in the
The
sunlight?
dad's like, whatever, I don't care. Tells Billy, but no one believes this stuff. You know what I mean? So things are going good at first until they spill some water on Gizmo, and 6 more Mogwais spawn off of him. Right? And the problem is a Mogwai who was made by the creator of the of the Mogwai. They're pleasant creatures. They help and promote peace. The ones who come from water cloning are evil.
Ah.
So those 6 who spawn off of him eat after midnight, and they morph into gremlins that start wrecking shit. So that's the premise of the film: is Billy, who's the human, and Gizmo have to team up to defeat the gremlins before they multiply in water and become a big problem.
Well, hold on. If you get a already turned gremlin wet, do they spawn more?
Yeah, they spawn more gremlins,
So
not
wouldn't they
Mogwai.
just go to the freaking sink and just do a
Well, they don't know. The
waterfall?
thing is, Gizmo knew the rules, but the 6 who spawned from him didn't.
Hmm.
Spike finds out later when he spawns a couple by accident from water. Then he's the only one left of the gremlins. He makes a charge for a pool. So that's the big battle at the end: is stopping him from getting into the pool before
How do they kill him?
I think they explode in the sunlight.
Okay, so sunlight kills them. So they're basically vampires.
They're
Okay.
like vampires. The sunlight melts them.
Huh. Interesting. What about just
It's a
really
cool.
bright lights?
I mean, if you leave out the premise, like you were saying, that it's after midnight everywhere, right?
It's always after midnight.
Yeah, and the movie makes no effort to explain that they're aliens. You have to read the book for that.
Mm.
But if you hand wave some
So,
stuff,
is there a reason they didn't just kill the 3 and then never have to have this problem to begin with?
well, they're immortal, and the original 3 are very tough to kill, other than sunlight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just take them outside. Sunlight.
No,
Problem
but
solved.
the original 3 are like they help promote world peace.
Unless you get them wet.
Yeah, once you get the weather treatment. Yeah.
Well, I guess
Well,
not them wet. Can the original 3 not become evil?
I don't think the original 3 could turn into gremlins.
That's a very strange
I'm
thing.
trying to remember the novelization, which explained it more and better. I don't think the original 3 could turn into gremlins.
But Merry Christmas, I guess. Now, Lethal
Well,
Weapon. I don't remember if Lethal Weapon. I don't remember which Lethal Weapon would be Christmas related.
yeah, the very end of the movie, they just crashed a car through a Christmas tree.
I'm just saying, like I haven't watched Lethal Weapons in since the early 2000s. I don't remember very much about them.
Yeah.
Besides it being Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Is it Danny Glover? It's
Well,
Danny Glover, right?
the first one takes place. It ends on basically around Christmas. The second one, I don't think it.
Well,
I don't think
if it ends on Christmas, it doesn't mean that necessarily the whole movie is Christmas, but it does have Christmas in it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if necessarily like just like making a reference to Christmas in terms of just like a split second kind of a thing would count as a Christmas film. But if the whole theme is like preparing for Christmas and then things happen on Christmas or Christmas Eve or something,
well, if
then
you watch in Lethal Weapon, throughout the movie, there's always like Christmas decorations and shit going up.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that they're prepping for Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
So in that case, maybe it is. I can't really say because I'm not. I just like when it comes to like a percentage of how much percentage does it become a Christmas film based off of, uh, like how much of it is Christmas or not
Yeah.
Christmas. It's like, okay, well, if what's his name in Lethal Weapon? Mel Gibson's name.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
No.
Uh,
Like the character name.
oh,
It starts with an M, doesn't it?
uh,
For Mel Gibson's
yeah, I'm
character.
trying to remember the two names. Blank and blank.
He's the
Mel
crazy guy. I
Gibson
remember that.
plays in Murtaugh and Riggs.
Yes, Murtaugh. So,
Murtaugh is Danny Glover.
oh, Murtaugh is?
Yeah.
I thought Riggs was, but never mind.
No,
Okay,
Riggs is definitely,
Mel Gibson.
yeah.
Okay, I thought Mel Gibson's name was an M, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I watched it. But if they were like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy some Christmas presents for my kids, and things happen like, in one of the Lethal Weapons, Danny Glover's family gets attacked at his house or something like that.
That's just and the first one they kidnap his daughter, and that's what triggers the whole end sequence of the film when Riggs has to go like special ops commando to rescue them. In the second one, they blow up his bathroom with him on the toilet bowl. And I think they do something else with the family. In the third one, that's when you get the whole family vibe with Joe Pesci comes back and he meets Lorna. Oh, in the second one, you find out that the South Africans killed Riggs' original wife. The reason he's suicidal. And then they kill the woman he's falling in love with, who's a South African woman.
I do remember that one a little bit.
Yeah. So there's that. And the third one,
just couldn't leave well enough alone.
The villains were, I remember, the illegal arms dealers of some sort. That's when they promoted them to captains because they kept destroying so much property damage. They made Murtaugh and captains to keep them off the street.
It's like, but it was the South Africans. It wasn't us.
Yeah. And then the fourth one was when Jet Li was the villain.
Yeah, I need to watch those again. I miss the old stuff, the old like
action
I
would say
films.
Lethal Weapon for any movie series that went 4 movies, Lethal Weapon is the best one.
Like I miss Missing in Action, pun intended, Rambo, Rocky.
Missing in Action, 1 was good, 2 was great, like 8 out of 10 great. 3 was okay.
I mean, I just like the chaos and the violence. It was just fun, and it's Chuck Norris. So
the Rambo series, First Blood was awesome.
Did you ever watch Chuck Norris's The Hitman?
Yeah, that was what he played.
When he gets the guy sitting on the thing, he's like, "All right, don't forget to squeeze your cheeks together really good."
Yeah.
Every time, it just makes me laugh, and I'm just like, he has such a soft voice for like a bad guy when he plays bad guys or bad type characters and stuff. It's so funny because he's like, I'm gonna tell you really nicely and really gently, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, what? It kind of hits out of nowhere, but it's just funny.
There's an underrated Chuck Norris movie called The Hero in This Era.
I don't know if
he plays a normal cop, not a superhuman character, and they play it off really well. He knows karate, but he fights this like 7-foot-tall serial killer, and it's aimed with a little more towards realism. Yeah. Chuck Norris did a lot of good movies. His best movie was called The Octagon.
I remember that one. My dad has it.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. One of my top
my
5
brother
favorite.
got my dad and us all like into like martial arts films, so we got all the Bruce Lee, all the Jackie Chan, all the Jet Li, all the all the different variety of martial artists, and so my dad just starts buying them all. But I guess we answered number 10. So that's it for the reasons it's not a Christmas movie. Now, if you think of another reason it's not a Christmas movie, leave a comment down below, and we will maybe make a video on saying why it is or isn't correct.
But you can't think of another reason because you're not a communist Mets fan. So there you go.
Okay. 10 Reasons Die Hard is a Christmas movie. 1, it takes place on Christmas Eve. Literally, the entire plot happens during a Christmas party on December 24th.
Yeah.
I mean, that should kind of like seal the deal,
Mm-hmm.
considering all the thematical elements related to it. Not just like the violence aspect, but like the thematic elements of why is he coming back to, was it LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is he coming back to LA? Well, to reunite with his estranged wife and to see his kid, right?
And celebrate the holiday with them.
And celebrate the holiday with him. So to have Christmas with his kids, or his kid and his wife, is literally the reason of him being there to begin with.
Now, you young left-leaning folk might not understand celebrating the holidays with your family, but that's something that normal people do.
But then the fact that his wife, has a Christmas party at work on Christmas Eve, presumably because they're not working Christmas Day, and Nakatomi Tower being opened officially or whatever, that whole celebration being a Christmas party, and everyone there dressing in holiday spirit, including the people getting it on in someone's office. Stuff like that. Like,
Oh my God.
what?
I just thought, think about the plot of Die Hard, right? So the
It's
reason
pretty
they
wild.
had to do what they did, the reason they did it was because they wanted all those people there for this plan to escape, right? So when the FBI blew the top of the building off, that's when they were going to sneak out. And they needed to have do it the way they did to get the power to be cut off to get rid of one of the locks. And they needed the president of American Nakatomi Industries for his code, right?
Yeah.
So, and they did it on Christmas to minimize the sort of external response, right? So I'm just like imagining what if they did it like 3 days later when business was there and everything? How many people the FBI could have killed? Oh God.
Yeah. Well, and then like, okay, it's on Christmas Eve. It's because he's trying to spend Christmas with his family. Um, there's a party, and because of the party, the place is abandoned except for the people that the terrorists need to be there. So if it wasn't that day, they wouldn't have had the right people in the building at the right time. So it's like it has to be Christmas. And it has to be Christmassy because he's saving the day. He's trying to save his coworkers. He's trying to save his wife. He's trying to protect his family. And it's all around the thematic elements of Christmas. So it makes sense that that's just like an obvious in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So the number 2, the opening credits roll over Christmas and Hollis and sleigh bells.
Yeah.
If Christmas music is good enough to make Home Alone a Christmas film, then it's good enough to make Die Hard a Christmas film.
Yep, I agree.
And if you think it isn't good enough to make Home Alone a Christmas film, then Home Alone isn't much of a Christmas film because you take away all the Christmas stuff off of it, and all of a sudden it's not a Christmas film; it's a home invasion film, which is more action, ironically. But I don't know anybody who's going to argue that Home Alone is not a Christmas film. It's just kind of assumed. But number 3, the first line of dialogue is about Christmas bonuses.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, makes sense. Christmas. Don't know much. I can't really argue with that, honestly. Number 4, Nakatomi Plaza is decked out with massive Christmas tree, lights, wreaths, and presents everywhere. It's almost like it's a Christmas party at work. Christmas Eve party specifically.
What time of year they do that, I wonder? Oh, Christmas.
But is it the time of place, or does the time the events take place make a movie that movie? Like, if you have a movie released in autumn, or a movie that takes place in autumn, but it was released in April, is it a spring or an autumn film?
It depends on the plot of the film.
Well, I'm saying, is the release date have anything to do with the actual genre of the film?
It can.
I would argue it wouldn't. Like Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out in what, January or something, maybe December, and everyone's like, it should have been out in October. Halloween, duh, scary film, whatever.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any competition in October, so they would have absolutely watched it. They probably don't have any competition in January either, but
That's true.
it's just like, why would you not put it thematically aligned with the holiday that it reaches out? And it's like, well, I mean, there could be lots of reasons for it, but to LA, it doesn't matter because they ain't getting snow either way.
Yeah.
So it is what it is in that regard. But
Yeah.
I find
Let's
that
get our
interesting.
our next reason. Let's get our next reason. It is
Number 5, Hans Gruber's crew uses the code name Holly, as in Holly Jolly, and arrives in a truck that says Pacific Courier, Happy Holidays.
I'll take it.
I mean, they're using the holiday as a cover to get into the building.
That would be correct.
I mean, that's part of the theme, since the theme's already been Christmas established, and they're all the only difference between this and a non Die Hard type movie is typically the action, violence, and stuff like that. So, how you would argue against that, I'm not really sure, but it's pretty cut and dry. Number 6, John McClane writes, "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
In blood on a dead terrorist."
That could be the number one reason.
Well, it's just like, he's obviously referencing the holiday, and he sent them a gift, dead terrorist.
Well, he's also trying to cheer them up over their dead friend.
Yeah, but he's also like, you armed me, a cop, on Christmas, and you guys are terrorists. Let's have a happy holiday. But yeah, I mean, that's obviously a Christmas reference. So, number 7, the score weaves in "Let It Snow," "Winter Wonderland," and Beethoven's "Ode to Joy" turned into a Christmas carol. So more Christmas music.
Yeah.
So, if the opening credits, "Christmas in Hollis," wasn't good enough for you, Exhibit A.
For those not listening, Christmas in Hollis is a run. For those who are listening, don't know. Christmas in Hollis is a Run DMC song.
All right. If a movie that has nothing to do with Christmas plays Christmas music, is it considered a Christmas movie? Nothing in the plot is referencing Christmas. Nothing has nothing to do with Christmas. It's not even the right season for Christmas. Nothing about it is Christmas, but they play Christmas music. Is that Christmas movie then?
Yeah.
How does it make it a Christmas movie?
Because they're playing Christmas music.
Even if it has nothing to do with the plot?
If you play Christmas music on May 17th,
I'm saying, like, if you have Friday the 13th and they're playing, Jingle All the Way, does that make it a Christmas movie?
I'll go with that.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I would say that for it to make logical sense to the plot and to the script, it would have to have some reference to something on Christmas. Like if it did like the Christmas Story, where they're like, back when Jason was a kid, he wanted this toy and it was Christmas, and they start playing it for that section of the film. It's like, okay,
that's a Christmas. Mother denied him,
and his mother denied him and then drowned him in the lake. So I don't know, anything like that.
You can't have this toy, Jason.
But no, like, you would have an instance in which you go in, you're like, there's a particular scene, it's particularly referencing this particular thing, but I don't know if I would say that it referenced, like, it's the entire film.
I think you're fighting the power of Die Hard. Feel that Christmas spirit. Feel that Christmas spirit. Oh,
Bruce Willis takes on Jason.
Yes.
That would actually be an interesting movie.
Friday the 13th, Die Hard, Part 12.
That'd be part 2 of Friday the 13th, but yeah. It'd be, actually, that'd be funny considering he's immortal. But like, he's like, Friday the 13th, Die Hard. It's like, but I can't.
Yeah.
Or can he? I
Jason
don't.
invades
I still to this day do not understand how drowning in a lake makes you immortal. But whatever. It
That's
is what
not how
it is.
Jason became immortal.
Well, I know, I'm saying he drowns and then somehow becomes immortal when he like.
He was brought back to life by his. Did you ever see part
I never watched any of those movies.
seven,
I don't watch.
7 or 8? They explained that the family was into sorcery.
So
This is supposed to.
his
This
parents
was
loved him
originally.
so much they necromized him.
So you remember how they did Freddy versus Jason? The movie Freddy versus Jason.
I've never watched any of these films, so no.
Okay, so there's different movie series: Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, the Evil Dead
Well,
movie.
I know the
series,
movies
right?
exist. I just never watched them because
Yeah.
they're boring to me.
Okay, so they've crossed over Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street by having Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Around the time of Friday the 13th, part 7 or 8.
Notoriously a PG-13 movie, which is freaking weird, but okay.
Around they started with these crossovers. It's a concept for them around Friday the 13th, part 6, where Jason came back and became immortal, like he was resurrected from the dead. Okay. And in 7 or 8, I think it's 7, but it could be 8, we meet Jason's sister. And we learn that, and this was originally a tie-in, how they were going to have a crossover with the Evil Dead movies. Okay.
Huh.
We learned that Jason's family, when he died, used the Book of the Dead or something, or like from the Evil Dead movies, to bring him back to life.
Does he kill them?
Because the camp counselors killed him.
The camp counselors killed him?
They let him drown. Don't you remember how Jason died? He drowned.
I never watched it. We just went over this.
Okay.
I've never seen any of these films.
So Jason Voorhees was like a weird kid, but he wasn't a bad kid. He was a weird kid, right? And he was at camp, and the camp counselors were all like neglectful teenagers. So while Jason was playing in the water, who barely knew how to swim, the camp counselors were getting on in the woods. So he drowned. So it pissed his mom off. So his mom, who's a sorceress, basically resurrected him as a Jason zombie a couple of years later when he was grown, when he come back as an adult, basically. So for the first,
and so he just kills anybody indiscriminately, or he kills only specifically the camp counselors.
For the first movie, it's Jason's mom doing all the killing. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it's his mother. They blame Jason, but he's still dead. She used the power of, again, these movies are kind of blurring in my head right now because I haven't seen them in a long time. She used all the power of the people she killed in the first movie or two to resurrect Jason.
Okay.
Then Jason starts killing people. And then we learn by the 4th film that Jason's mom is involved in the killings too. Then the 5th film, it's like someone else pretending to be Jason. Then the 6th film, Tommy, the kid who killed Jason, who sort of killed zombie Jason, is drawn back to the lake by the dark power because he doesn't think Jason's really dead. So they dig him up because they want to decapitate him. But Jason gets struck by lightning, gets superpowers, and then Tommy has to face off with Jason and imprison him in the lake, the only place he can be contained, because the way they resurrected him, only the blood of his family members could undo the spell. And that's where the girl in part 7 or 8 comes in.
That sounds like a wild
I know the plot
ride.
sounds convoluted. This is like 8 movies of plot. I know the plot sounds convoluted.
It sounds like somebody was tripping out on acid when they decided to write that script.
At the end of part 7 or 8, when Jason is finally dragged to hell, at the end you see Freddy Krueger's claw glove sitting there, thus setting up
Freddy
the
versus
crossover
Jason.
with Freddy. And the Necronomicon tie-in was supposed to have the crossover with the Evil Dead.
I still don't understand, like, if you have an immortal Jason and you have a dream state Freddy, how do they kill each other? Or attempt
what happened? Jason got dragged back to hell, and Freddy gets in. Freddy is, how to explain Freddy? You've never seen any of those movies either, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess you would say this is going to sound like a convoluted question. Okay, do you want to know who Freddy is or who Meta Freddy is?
Is there a difference?
Yes. So Freddy is an ancient, like, Babylonian or one of the from
Was
one
he
of the cultures.
a demonic deity? I assume.
Yeah, like a nightmare deity, a deity whose portfolio is nightmares.
So he's Darkrai.
And As long as you tell stories about them, that feeds them. This the demon. All right. And he had a counterbalance. He had the Dream Master who guarded the Dream Gate to keep him imprisoned. Okay. Um, People stopped telling stories about this ancient demon, so he had to come out of his hole. He broke through the Dream Master and killed the Dream Master, and started killing all the kids in Nightmare on Elm Street to get to sustain himself. Eventually, one of
But
the kids becomes
if he's too weak to break out, though, how does he break out?
no. He's his base level is pretty strong. The gates the gate he's coming out of, the Dream Gate or whatever it was called, it's always open. It's just that it was guarded by the Dream Master who kept him in. He managed to kill the Dream Master and gain his reign of terror over the kids of Elm Street. Right.
Mm.
In the fourth part, one of the kids sort of he's murdered by Freddy, but he's kind of an adult already, so he becomes the new Dream Master. She does, I should say. And she takes the powers of all those who, like our brother who knows super kung fu and all that sort of stuff, and she kicks Freddy's ass.
Oh my god!
In your dream, you have superpowers in your dreams. You know that, right? If you do, if you control dreaming,
you don't have limitations per se in a dream, but yes.
Yeah. So she takes the powers of a whole bunch of the other kids to reassemble the powers of the Dream Master, and she kicks Freddy's ass and sends him, gets him sort of re-imprisoned, but he still has influence because he's a demon. So then you get to part 7 where his mother and whatever. As long as stories are told about Freddy, it weakens him. It draws power from him.
Wait, so if stories are being told about him, he gets weak?
Yeah, because it draws it, like
people have like a standard shield they put up because they know.
Yeah, you'll tell a story about him and have a nightmare, and that will keep him from gaining the ability, like because he's the nightmare god, so he tries to cause you to have nightmares. It's kind of loose logic.
You can't give me nightmares if I give me nightmares.
And again, it's been years since I saw all this. So again, but that's Freddy. Then there's Meta Freddy.
I find it funny. It's just like, you can't give me nightmares if I give me nightmares.
They did one Nightmare on Elm Street film to end the series, where it turns out that Freddy is a real world demon, and Wes Craven was driven to tell stories about him to keep him in prison, like in the final movie. It's actually one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street films because as far as the actors and Wes Craven playing themselves, dealing with Freddy. But anyway, that's the premise of Nightmare on Elm Street films. That Freddy's an ancient demon that feeds off of like the life force of people who have nightmares about him, basically. Again, the plot is way looser even than the Jason movies. Have you ever seen the Evil Dead ones?
No.
If you're going to watch any of the series, Evil Dead, because the first 3 movies, the remake, and the TV show are all high quality.
Yeah, I like the actor. I've seen a couple. I've seen the clips where he goes like in the Dark Ages or whatever.
Yeah, that's the 3rd movie.
I've seen that one. It's like, this is a boomstick.
Yeah.
Like, I seen a clip of that, but it was only like 20 seconds long. So.
Yeah, there's the Evil Dead films. The first one is very, very dark. Like,
imagine that a film, Evil Dead, is very dark. Yeah. Wow, shocking.
No, but like there's more humor in the second.
But it has a Christmas song, so is it a Christmas movie or not?
The second and third one develop what we call the trademark sense of humor that people think of the Evil Dead having, the series.
I thought they did a animation of that series or something. I don't remember.
And it's all like classical practical effects and everything. So.
All right. Yeah. Well, the next one, number 8, Argyle, the guy in the limousine, plays Christmas, Baby Please Come Home while waiting in the limo.
Good enough.
I mean, why would he be playing that if it wasn't Christmas?
True.
And the fact that he is playing it kind of shows you that it is, in fact, Christmas. So it's a bit of a weird concept to fight against. It's like, well, just because they play Christmas music doesn't mean it's Christmas. But if it is Christmas, that's when they play Christmas music, and the theme's already been set up that it is Christmas as the reason as to why they're trying to get back together and to spend Christmas rehashing that all over and over again. And also the reason that the terrorists attack, because it's Christmas. But number 9, the movie ends with "Let It Snow" as snow-like paper flutters down and John and Holly ride off together. Classic's Christmas romance ending.
Yep.
That's Hallmark Channel material, baby.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Now, this number 10 is actually, it's kind of a reversey. So
it's a list of 10 more?
No. So it says Bruce Willis himself said in 2018, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, right? They're in a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, but he's been suffering from a brain thing.
Hold on. But the thing is that
years now.
The quote has been widely referenced to say, oh, it isn't a Christmas movie because he said so. And other people actually argue the opposite, because people are arguing that Willis learned to lean in the debate humorously and was basically saying, you know, I'm in a roast and I'm saying, of course it's not. Totally. It's like sarcasm. And he does say where it is set at Christmas, it's more of an action flick centered on his character. The part that he doesn't go into content or context for is that his character is centered at Christmas because of his family relationships that he's trying to patch back up and the scenario in which everything takes place.
Yeah.
While, yes, it is at the forefront an action film, it can be a Christmas action film because Christmas is technically not a genre. Like the typical Christmas movies you think about are actually family genre. They're not Christmas genre. So you could argue, it's like, well, like Fat Man or Violent Night, they're Christmas movies, but they're not Christmas in family genre. They're Christmas in action. So it's like, it's not like, I think that the actual argument shouldn't be, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not? It should be, is Christmas a genre of films? I would answer no. I'd say they're family films with Christmas themes.
I say that we're overthinking it because clearly Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Clearly. And if you didn't know this, dear viewers, it's a Christmas movie. And you don't have any valid arguments against it because anything you can create can be overcome fairly easily.
To the heartless communist Met fans out there who don't understand that Die Hard is
I don't know if Shad is a Mets fan. Or Jeremy, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe they're showing their true colors. They could be showing their true colors.
Now, communists. Jeremy could definitely be a communist, and I think Shad could be a communist.
Fans. I mean, Shad lives in Australia.
I know, right? It's like communism's born and bred in his bones.
I mean, for all we know, one of those giant toilet spiders could have sucked his heart out to his butt.
You mean the emus?
You've never seen the giant toilet spider video?
Actually, no. The emus wouldn't be that who makes him a communist. The emus are the rebellion against the communists, and he's fighting the emus. That tells you everything you need to know.
Actually, did you ever watch the Night Watch videos where they were reviewing the Wheel of Time TV show?
I watched a lot of them. I don't remember most of them.
So I was with Shad, babe. This is way back before we knew each other, and I was kind of going with Shad's idea. You have to give the show a chance. 3 or 4 episodes in, basically. So Shad had his famous rant about this. I think in the fourth episode, right?
He said the 5th episode, I think, is when he changed his mind.
Yeah, it is huge rant.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Then we get to like a 6th or 7th or 7th episode, and out of nowhere, one of them goes, "Hey, wait a minute! Is that a giant spider in the corner?" And I'm thinking, "What the fuck?" Out of nowhere, it's just got to be like a vignette, right? Shad starts screaming like a baby, and the other dude's eyes is like, "Oh my god!" And they turn the camera, and there's one of those giant huntsman spiders in Shad's basement. Like the thing had to be the size of like a tire, like a car tire.
Oh wow.
And I said, I typed into the chat. I said, Mugheadians attacking Shad.
To curb his anti-Wheel of Prime sentiments.
Yeah. I don't remember if I set the corner on fire. I think Oz was throwing stuff at it. You know. Just
I want to point out, as much as I like Shad, he has this as like a major blight on his ability to understand media like this. Like, this is like saying Die Hard is, a bastard sword, and he's like, it's not a sword. But it is a sword. No, it's not a sword because it's bastard, and bastard's illegitimate, so it's an illegitimate sword. Therefore, it's not a sword.
So,
it's like,
okay, I'll give you an entire different thing for Shad. So he was doing he does, he obviously Shad knows a lot about swords and HEMA. Okay, one of the guys from the Daily Wire, one of the ones that we don't talk about as much. Can't remember his name.
Andrew Clavin?
Could be him.
Is the older guy.
There was talk going out around women soldiers, and they're talking of women soldiers, but and that was the context for the talking that was going on. But Clavin, I think it was named, he says women can't wield swords as well as men. Remember, in the context of being a soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not in the context of learning fencing, but in the context of being a soldier. Shad missed the context entirely and was like, women can learn to use a sword as well as men, not understanding that Victor Clavin is talking about being a medieval soldier and wielding a sword. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if you have a 300-pound muscle dude fighting a 120-pound soaking wet woman, he's probably going to chop her in half.
Well, not even that. You don't even go that far.
I'm just saying from a soldier perspective. Just biologically speaking, they're going to have a rough time.
A man could wear all that armor, the 80 pounds of armor and gear, march all day through mud and heat and all that, and still be able to fight. Mm-hmm. Women, not so much, And that's the context of soldiering. That was the topic that was being talked about, not technical ability with a sword. But that's the type of thing Shad, I notice sometimes when he talks about certain things, he misses the context. You know what I mean?
And I still love the guy, but his takes can be rough sometimes. And I'm like, brah, no, that's not how that works. And the whole Die Hard thing, him and Jeremy are like really got something shoved at their butts for this film to be like, it's not a Christmas movie, and they're just it's such a bad take. I don't know how you could make this argument. It's a terrible take.
Well, they could be communist Mets fans. Right?
I mean, that's probably the most likely scenario. I mean, maybe they add Satanists to it while.
Oh my God! What did I just watch? I was watching Telemundo, which is Spanish TV from the hospital. I just happened to glance up at it, and they're showing off like Victoria's Secret Latino, a fashion show. And I'm watching the hot chicks walk by, and then one chick is walking down, and the stage collapses underneath her, and she just falls like a Bugs Bunny cartoon where they dig the hole in the ground and the coyote drops to like 20 feet or whatever. She just gone. And then, but then they just show the fashion model continuing to walk on like nothing happened.
Give that woman a raise.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
another one. It happened to another one. It's like a death trap. And you know, she must have fallen. So she has a cape on that's at least 15 feet long, right?
Did she say yippee-ki-yay?
She would have had the tires because she has like a 15-foot long cape on, right? She falls in the hole, and you see the whole cape get sucked down. Like not like 50. She fell at least 15 feet.
I'm half convinced you're watching an AI rendition of it. But no, like as she falls, it's like, oh no, Hans.
No. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. fucker.
Poor Snape. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up there, good sir. I think we covered everything that we could possibly cover, and all that fun jazz. And it's an hour, so we'll call it there. Anything coming up?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
Anything coming up, good sir?
Uh, Tomorrow night. Oh, so this is gonna air on Saturday or Sunday.
This will air on Sunday.
So the Wednesday before this would have been a Wednesday night is overbooked. The wrestling show on Joker Voices channel. We'll be talking about the Saturday night's main event that's coming on this weekend, which will have John Cena's last match. It will have the WWE premiere for Obafemi, the future king of WWE. So 2 big matches coming up on that. And then on the Thursday, which will be passed from the show, Roman Empire's channel, we'll be talking about Christmas movies that are not like obviously Christmas, like
not obvious like Die Hard, because obviously
Yeah.
it's Die Hard. So you guys will be talking about Gremlins, Lethal Weapon.
no, those are pretty obviously more like
Yeah, but obvious to who? Obvious to people who like know that they're like Christmas.
well, you have to make the case. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, Shad and Jeremy would probably argue that you shouldn't have to make a case to make it a Christmas film.
Yeah, but they're communist Mets fans.
Don't forget Satanists.
Well, I won't go that far.
That's what a communist is.
I mean, they could be even worse than communist Mets fan. I wouldn't call them Satanists. There you go.
Well, Satanists are demon worshiping. That's the whole point.
See what I did there? Uh-huh.
I mean, you all I heard was communist repeated over and over again. So anyway, yeah. So this video should be out on Sunday. So you're already watching this. That's how you know. And then we have obviously
Sunday.
videos come out on Friday at noon, Central Standard Time. Sundays noon Central Standard Time, and Tuesdays are live streams, gaming live streams where I hang out, play games, and hang out with chat. Just have a good time. So if you ever are in the neighborhood on a Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you want to hang out and watch me play games and whatnot. I'm going through the Lord of the Rings Game Boy Advance games right now.
You will watch him.
You will. Or Sauron will come for you and your family, worse than Jason Voorhees or Freddy. But yeah, either way. So
Jason's mom.
Or yeah, worse, Jason's mom. Jason never killed a single person. It's always his mom.
Plus, the mothers are brutal.
Brutality. Anyway,
Shikamaru was right. That's a Naruto reference for those who.
But yeah, so come hang out for that. Check the description for socials. You can follow me on Twitter/X. You could also follow me on Discord, which is where I'm active the most. And then you can also follow me on Critic Lists, which is now more of a recent thing. And I have yet to do my Die Hard review, but I will at some point whenever I feel like it. Because I'm more going to do video game reviews when they do the video game stuff. But movies, I don't really get to watch too many of them, so I don't have time. But I have lots of time to play video games, so that counts.
What system did the Die Hard video game come out on?
Well, there was the version of it that was in the arcade, and then there was versions on PlayStation. It might have been on Dreamcast as well, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure it was on PS1 though.
Then I think I had it.
But the arcade game, you played as a dude in red and a dude in blue, and you went through basically the parking garages and were just blasting through people because you got like dropped off by a helicopter into the parking garage and then worked your way through all the terrorists. Yeah. But they had like an army of like 1,000 terrorists at their beck and call, so it was like this over. It's like this is nothing. Like you're not John McClane or anything. It's just literally just you and this other dude just mowing through people. So it was fun. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Die Hard was a PlayStation 1 game, but it might have been a Dreamcast game as well. I don't remember. So, follow me on Critic List as well. All those are links in the description. And also, check out the content creators like Matt here. They're a pretty long list to check out and see if you like their content, support them if you enjoy their content, And that's my way of helping support them, is by getting you guys to go support them. And then you can also check out businesses that are more or less in favor of free speech and anti-censorship, and kind of just are cool with our corner of the internet. So you can go check them out and see if they're your kind of a thing, and it works. So thanks everybody for sticking around, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, my friends, walk in the light.